Moving to our second simple permanent tissue, Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, another living tissue like parenchyma. Its cells are also thin-walled, but these possess thickenings. Thickenings of cellulose and pectin. Where? At the corners. Right? They have thickenings. They are also thin-walled, but they have thickenings at the corners, where a number of cells join together. What could be the function of this thickening? Why this kind of thickening? Because this tissue, its main function is that this tissue provides flexibility. Flexibility to the soft aerial parts like leaves or young stem of a plant. So that they can bend without breaking. Remember, we are in a habit of pulling the branches. हम उनको नीचे तक खींच लेते हैं and then we leave them and they move back to their original place, position. Why so? It's all because of the Sclerenchyma tissue. These do not rupture, these bend easily and move back to their original position. So this characteristic is because of the thickenings present in the corners, and the thickenings are of cellulose as well as pectin. So these are generally elongated cells with oblique end walls. Right? If we have to draw the section that when they are joined together, how do they look like and where are the thickenings present? So this kind of sectional diagram will appear. See, I'm showing 2 to 3 cells that they are present, and the thickenings would be at the corners. Here these corners I am filling with this thickening. If it is clear to you, then good enough. Otherwise, try to relocate where have I marked the thickenings. Here, here, all the corners. Right? These are wall thickenings. Fine. What these thickenings are doing? They are making it or providing it flexibility. It is helping it in bending. So, if these thickenings are present, where this Sclerenchyma is mainly present? It is present below the epidermis, in leaf stalk, leaf midrib, and in stem, delicate tender stem or branches. Fine. Then, what is the function? Number one, if we recollect all the functions, number one, it is the chief supporting tissue. Because it provides mechanical support, elasticity, tensile strength to the body. Then it also helps in storage because it is also having a thin wall, so, and a large cytoplasm with a vacuole. It may store starch. Third, this Sclerenchyma is present at the corners, no? So it is also providing resistance to the plant. This is all about Sclerenchyma. Now moving to Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is basically a name given to something which is hard. ठीक है, Sclerenchyma का मतलब ही hard होता है. It means the Greek word sclerus means hard. It consists of thick-walled dead cells. Right? Secondly, when the cells are quite hard and extremely thick, they form uniform deposition of lignin, another cemetery material which is present. We have done pectin, we have done cellulose, and this is lignin. I'll write on what is lignin. It's a polymeric molecule or a polymer. These deposits are mainly present so that the wall become thick, rigid, strong and impermeable to water. So along with cellulose, it helps in making the cell wall thick, strong, rigid and impermeable to water. See, if thickenings are present, what will happen to the cavity? Obviously, the cavity will become narrow. I'm showing you a transverse section that what if the thickenings are present all over and how do the cell structure will appear. These thickenings are present here in the corners. चलो, ये thickenings बनाते हैं. This is a thickening. Here also, everywhere. So what is happening to the internal or the central cavity of the cell? This cavity is known as lumen or cavity. If these deposits are present, it is making the lumen narrower and narrower. Right? Reducing the area. Just look at the area now. It is reduced. Right? So we say that due to the depositions, the lumen, it becomes narrow and nearly absent. Fine. Sometimes these areas are also called pits, where oblique thin areas are found. These are known as pit. They appear hexagonal in transverse section, and the Sclerenchyma cells are they are grouped into two main types. One are the fibers and other are the sclerets. These are based on the shape. When we are saying fibers, these are long, elongated cells, right? And if they are small, thick, tubular with pits, we call them sclerets, right? If they are long, we call them fibers. If they are small and tubular, we call them sclerets, right? And where are they mainly present and distributed? See, these are quite hard. If these are hard, they are obviously on the outer side or in the protective regions of the plant. So these occur scattered in the cortex, pith, phloem. Otherwise also, they are found in the hard seed coat Then hard endocarp. Endocarp of almonds. We know the outer shell of almond, it's quite hard, right? It is made up of sclerenchyma. And then inner to it also there is a covering, almond covering, which can be easily peeled off when we dip them in water. That is made up of sclerenchyma. Right? Then is husk of coconut, the hairy part of coconut. Then the shell of coconut. Right? Grit of apple, pear, guava. Everywhere this hard sclerenchyma is present. And what is the function? Since it is very hard, very thick, tough, it provides protection and mechanical support. Clear? So this is the main function of sclerenchyma. This is about sclerenchyma as well as collenchyma. Clear?